Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're looking into the disappearance of Sheree Warren, and it says that she went missing October 2nd, 1985 from Salt Lake City, Utah. She was only 25 years old, about 5'4" to 5'6", and she only weighed 116 to 120 pounds. She went missing after leaving work in downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. Brown, shoulder-length, wavy, dark brown hair, hazel eyes, scar on abdomen, keychain with a Hawaiian trinket on it, approximately 15 keys. She wore a size 7 pants and had on a red, white striped blouse, size 9. Black heels, size 6, gold tone watch, gold chain necklace. So it has a lot of information, which usually don't get the sizes when people go missing like that. So we'll see what else we have. The Doe Network, there's a lot of photos. She was born February 6, 1960, 25 years old. Dark brown wavy, shoulder-length hair, hazel eyes. Pierced ear, C-section scar, fractured right arm. X-ray was available. She has a chipped front tooth. And it shows the clothes again. She was a mother. She was last seen about 6:30 p.m. October 2nd, 1985. She was leaving work at the Utah State Employees Credit Union, Salt Lake City. She lived with her parents in Roy at the time of her disappearance. At the time, she was dating Ogden serial rapist Carrie Hartman, it says. I guess I should say allegedly all of this because I don't know what's true and what's not. I'm just reading what's on here. November 11th, 1985. Her vehicle was recovered at the Aladdin Hotel parking lot in Las Vegas, Nevada. And what's interesting about that is that there was a man that went missing. He went missing September 2nd, 1985. So here she went missing October 2nd, 1985 from Utah, and her vehicle ended up in Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, there was a man that went missing September 2nd. So that was a month before her from Utah. And his vehicle ended up at the Dunes Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. So that's interesting, isn't it? And how far apart is that? Salt Lake City to Naples? Well, it's 3 hours apart. I just find that a month apart they both went missing. And both of their vehicles ended up in Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada area. So, you know, it makes me wonder if somebody wasn't hitchhiking and carjacking people or something. But, you know, that's just speculation, right? Could be completely unrelated, but it just seems it's like such a coincidence. Anyway, she lived with her parents in Roy at the time of her disappearance. She was dating Ogden's serial killer, it says. Her vehicle was recovered at the Aladdin Hotel parking lot, Las Vegas, Nevada. The vehicle appeared to be parked there for some time. Hartman went to prison in 1987, where he still resides. Evidence has never tied him to Warren's disappearance. Wow. Okay. Salt Lake City, Utah. This is the Charlie Project and what it says. It mentions her clothes. Maroon four-door Toyota Corolla. Utah license plate number. Dark brown hair, hazel eyes. One of her upper front teeth is chipped. Her ears are pierced. Her maiden name is Sorensen. She was last seen about 6:30 p.m. October 2nd, 1985, Salt Lake City, Utah, leaving the Utah State Employees Credit Union where she was in management training at the time. She and a coworker walked across the parking lot to go to their respective vehicles. She planned to meet her estranged husband, Charles Chuck Warren, at a nearby car dealership and give him a ride to his home in Ogden, Utah. But she never showed up there. She never arrived home at her family's residence in Roy, Utah that evening and has not been seen again. So then you're wondering if it was something to do with her estranged husband or if it was something to do with, the current guy she was with. But her car, a maroon four-door 1984 Toyota Corolla with a Utah license plate number, disappeared with her. A photo of it's posted in the case summary. It was discovered in the parking lot of the Aladdin Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. So there's two different people that look kind of guilty when you're thinking about it because it's the only two people we have. But then I feel like I have a third person because I feel like, who took this other guy's car and went to Las Vegas? Is that, Anyway, the Warrens were in the process of a divorce, and Charles was back with his first wife. He and Sheree had a 3-year-old son and split custody of the boy. While their divorce was pending, Charles was taking care of him the day Sheree disappeared, and Sheree planned to take him home with her after she dropped Charles off in Ogden. And you might think people wouldn't want to share custody, but sharing custody could be a wonderful thing if you're both working and you need help taking care of a child, especially back then. Charles' first wife provided him with an alibi for the time of Sherry's disappeared, but police were unconvinced and asked both of them to take polygraphs. Initially they agreed, but then they changed their minds and they stopped cooperating with the investigation. A photo of Charles is posted with this case summary, which refusing to take a polygraph will make you seem guilty, but honestly, I know somebody that took a polygraph and they said there was like a 50% chance that they were lying about their name. Sheree's boyfriend at the time of her 1985 disappearance, Kerry W. Hartman, a former reserve police officer with the Ogden Police Department, was later revealed to be a serial rapist and was imprisoned, according to this. And I'll say allegedly because I don't know who gave them this information or how true or accurate it is. I'm just reading it. So, at his 2005 parole hearing, he stated he was willing to cooperate with authorities regarding Sheree's disappearance. Hartman is still incarcerated, has never been connected to her case. A photo of him is posted with the case summary. He claimed he was at work the day following Sheree's disappearance, but his time card shows he actually took the day off. Douglas Lovell was questioned in her disappearance and the disappearance of another woman. He pled guilty to the murder of Joyce Yost, stating he had killed her to keep her from testifying against him in a rape case, and her body was never found. He was sentenced to death. His guilty plea was overturned on a technicality in 2010. He was convicted of murder at trial in April 2015 and sentenced to death a second time. Lovell maintains his innocent and grieves in Sheree's case and was cooperative with investigators. Greaves' remains were discovered in 2015. Her death is under investigation. Sheree's family had her declared legally deceased in 1990, but her case remains open and unsolved, and they haven't found her remains yet. So if you have any information, please come forward and give that information to authorities, even if you gave it to them years ago. They may not have it. The case file may have went missing. They haven't stored it. They might have stored it on a word processor or floppy disks or anything in between. Software, used to crash and there was problems with it and floppies get broken. So if you have any information, give it to authorities. If you feel it's hearsay, you're not going to court. You're not testifying. Give it to authorities. Let them decide what's relevant and what's important. Anything that you have. Okay, so now we're looking at Jane Doe's. And we have this Jane Doe, Fox Park, Albany County, Wyoming. And I did this because the one guy was going to Jackson Hole from Utah and his vehicle ended up in Las Vegas. So I thought, I'll include this one. 1989 to 1999. She was only 5'2" to 5'4", so she's a little bit too short. and a few years older, but I'm leaving it in here, and you can pause it and read it if you'd like. So, some of them, you know, they don't look like they might be her, but they might, so I'm leaving them in there. This one is in Utah. Estimated date of death 2001 years prior. Cause of death unknown, 17 to 20 years old. She was 25 years old. And some of them I'm just leaving them in there because it's just what I found. So you can pause this and read this one. That one's pretty interesting. A drug search warrant. The remains were found in an outdoor area exposed on a juniper fence along with a coyote skull. The remains were initially thought to be Native American, possibly 19th or early 20th century, maybe related to Wayne Ferenc, a member of the Ute Indian tribe, but recent forensic anthropological analysis determined the remains to be modern Hispanic female who died 2 to 20 years before 2001. Okay, then we have this one, Las Vegas, Nevada, 1988. Unknown date of death, unknown cause of death, female, 30 to 60 years old. Yes, it's a little bit older than her, but I'm leaving it in there. Okay, because I found one the other day that said it was one age, and they had ponytails, and they were the height and weight of someone that went missing right in that area that was a different age. So sometimes I'm just going to leave them in there if it's a little bit different. Wadsworth, Washoe County, Nevada, estimated death unknown, cause of death unknown, 24 to 33 years old, white and or Native American, but only 5'2", and she is 5'4" to 5'6". I don't know, 5'4" to 5'6", does that mean they didn't go by her driver's license? That bothers me. It makes it sound like they went by somebody saying they weren't sure how tall she was. So, healed fracture on the distal portion of the right fibula. A passerby found the victim's skull and mandible approximately 50 feet from a dirt road and a ravine at a mile marker 9 east of State Route 447. Law enforcement personnel were notified, and a search of the area revealed more skeletal fragments. So, a little bit too short, but I'm leaving it in there. This one was found in Nevada. Estimated date of death was 1987 to 1991, though. Homicide by gunshot wound. They had a bracelet with the name Valerie on it. 5'1" to 5'3", 25 years old. And it has, she's been named Valerie Doe. So there's this one. I don't know. Okay, then we have this one, Salt Lake City, Utah. This one's in a lot of them lately, so I don't know who this could be. September 3rd, 1986 was found. Months prior to being found. And because it's months prior and not a year prior, I don't know. Homemade dress with a cardboard tag put on it, 5'6", 115 pounds. Found floating in the Salt Lake City sewage treatment plant. And I don't feel like whoever died made their own dress. I can't help but wonder if the person that killed them didn't. I don't know. That just seems so strange to me. That one seems like it could possibly be her. But I don't know. Because right height, right weight. I don't think the clothing, I don't know. The clothing just seems weird. I don't know where they got that from, but. Okay, Las Vegas, Nevada, but it was only 2 to 4 weeks prior. 5'6" to 5'7", 92 to 112 pounds, 20 to 35 years old. Light to medium brown hair that may have been previously streaked. This hair was layered, slender build, had given birth to at least one child. Has the clothing. Was found on the outskirts of Las Vegas in an open desert area. Found in a cave, nude, lying partially under a blanket. Some clothing was found nearby. So, toxicology screen showed negative for drugs and alcohol. I don't know if they were staying there willingly or not, whoever that was. It's a couple people that could be. This one, Oxnard, California. That's pretty far out. I bet October 20th, 1985. Too old, 35 to 50 years old. But I'm leaving it in there. Because I don't know. These are just the ones I found. Maricopa County, Arizona. Pretty far away, 5'4", 130 pounds, light brown, up to 8 inches long. Decomposing remains were found in a dry canal near El Mirage and Cactus Roads. So, drug overdose. If they have the cause of death as a drug overdose, then it seems to me like they probably died in 1989. Even though it says estimated date of death unknown. Seems like it must have been recent enough to know it was a drug overdose. Okay, September 1986, Baghdad, Arizona, 24 to 31 years old. 5'6", estimated year of death 1983 to 1985. Skeletal remains located by a hiker near a ranch in Baghdad, Arizona. Brown hair. There's the clothing if you want to pause it and read it. Los Angeles, California, 17 to 24 years old. Found September 10th, 1985. 5'2" to 5'5". Skeletal remains found near a campground. Brown hair, unknown color eyes. September 10th, 1985. When did she go missing? October 2nd. So that cannot be her, because they were discovered before she went missing. And this one says January 7th, 1985. So there's no way that could be her either. And this is that man that went missing. And I just find that so interesting that he went missing September 2nd, 1985 from Utah. She went missing October 2nd, 1985 from Utah. His vehicle was found, his pickup truck was found abandoned. The windows were rolled down and the keys were inside and it was unlocked. And it was at the Dunes Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. And her vehicle, where does it say about her vehicle? I think I have more information usually on the Charlie Project. So, it was discovered in the parking lot, Aladdin Hotel and Casino, Las Vegas, November 11th, 1985. 400 miles from Salt Lake City. It appeared to have been parked in the location for some time. It doesn't say if it was unlocked with the keys inside or if the windows were rolled down. So, to me that just seems weird. It just seems strange that here they both go missing a month apart. October 2nd, September 2nd. So, it's exactly a month apart, right? Anyway, please feel free to leave comments and let me know. Do you think that's strange that they both went missing from Utah a month apart and both of their vehicles were found in Las Vegas, Nevada? Let me know what you think. Don't forget to pray for their loved ones and their families. If you have any information, maybe you know somebody that was traveling back and forth from Utah to Nevada at that time. And, you know, you didn't know how they were getting there. But just let me know. I mean, contact authorities if you have information like that. Any information you have, you should contact authorities, always. Don't forget to pray for their loved ones. Feel free to leave comments. And have a blessed day. Bye-bye.